All right, thanks a lot, Susan, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. Give me a call tonight, 412-575-2600. Paul Zeise will join me in just a few moments, and we're going to be talking about the Battle and Buccos losing this one by the score of 7-1, getting blown out again. By the way, if you're counting right now, the Pirates have been outscored in this series 42-6. That is amazing. That is amazing that something like that can happen in Major League Baseball, that a team could be that bad against another team to be outscored 42-6. It's incredible. Things just didn't go the Pirates' way again. And I guess that's what we're going to see for the rest of the year right now. The Pirates struggling, giving up close to 10 runs every single night. Right now it's 7-1. They're still they have a chance to get the second run of the game. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, 7-1. I think Kevin Newman's on second. But I have a list here. I was doing some research. I'm looking at free agents that the Pirates probably will not sign. It's right here. See? Right here? Yep, these are a list of the free agents that the Pirates won't sign next year. I have a bunch of these guys. But they need to sign some of these guys to be competitive next year. And I just don't have any faith. I don't know about you guys. I want to know. I want to hear stories out there. Because I got a couple texts today about guys that are giving up their tickets for next year. They're just fed up. I talked to a guy on the phone today. I'd love to hear what you guys think out there. I had a couple tweets sent my way about visiting fans at the ballpark. And I was talking to one of my producers today about how he's fed up. And, just a few months ago, that you could see maybe this team building in a future of this team. But now all of a sudden, there's no hope, it feels like. That's just a feeling that I have right now. And I think the biggest loss was Jameson Taillon having that Tommy John and being out for the entire season next year. I mean, that really puts the Pirates in a huge jam right now because they're not going to spend any money. And now they have to fill Jameson Taillon's void with a guy out there that they're probably going to get off the scrap heap. They're not going to sign one of these pitchers that make a ton of money to fill the void. And then they're going to throw Keller in there, Mitch Keller. And who knows who that fifth starter is going to be? Maybe Chad Kuhl. Would you be happy with Chad Kuhl, Mitch Keller, Joe Musgrove, Trevor Williams, and then we got Chris Archer? Or, hey, how about instead of Chad Kuhl, we put Stephen Brault in there? Would you be happy with that rotation? Because that's the rotation we're probably going to see next year. Because they're not going to go out and get anyone. All right. Love to hear what you guys have to say. 412-575-2600 is the number. You can also tweet me at Richie Walsh. I just logged on over here. I'll be checking out tweets here pretty soon. And we'll get Paul on board here in a second. Also, the Steelers have a big one in Tennessee Sunday night. I will be there for the game. It's a nationally televised game this week, but it also is the game we're going to see all the starters play, majority of the starters. I would say most of the starters except for, I kind of have a feeling that we won't see Joe Hayding in this game, but, we don't really have to see these guys in this game. I know the entire offensive line is expected to play. Ben Roethlisberger is expected to play. Juju's expected to play. James Conner is supposed to play. You're going to see these guys in this game. And one of the questions that I have, not only for Ben Roethlisberger, but I asked it to Maurkice Pouncey earlier this week, do you guys have to play in a preseason game? Is that a must? I mean, because you see a lot of teams now, a lot of players don't play in any preseason games. And if I'm a head coach, I don't even know if I would risk having one of my stars out there in a game and risk them getting hurt because, remember, this was, a handful of years ago, I don't know exactly, 4 or 5 years ago, that Maurkice Pouncey was hurt in the preseason and out for the entire season. It happens. I saw there was a player today that I saw from the Packers that was taken off with an injury. So, it's a game still. Even though it's preseason, these guys are hitting. They're tackling. They're not trying to hurt anyone, but, it is football. It's a physical sport. That's why I would love to see somehow the NFL go down to 2 preseason games. Now, I don't know if adding 2 extra games, and that's what the NFL would want. That's what the owners would want. They don't want to lose 2 games. But adding 2 regular season games and getting rid of 2 preseason games, because all you need is 2 preseason games, right? You have some scrimmages and practices, and, the starters only play in basically 1 game. So get rid of all these preseason games. No one's there. So just, subtract 2 of these games, maybe try to add 2 more teams into the post game. Maybe that would be beneficial. Figure something out where you don't have 4 preseason games, because it just makes like this preseason like another season. It's entirely too long. All right, but we can talk about the Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Nutting. I see a few Bob Nutting phone calls right now. I'm sure Paul Zeise is going to love answering those questions, and we'll be answering those coming up after the break. So stay right there. Back in 2 minutes.
The Ireland